Hey, hey, hey! We make sure we're on. Ooh, 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 Action! Hey, hey! So, I was just making sure that I was actually voice coming out. What is going on, y'all? It's Tuesday, and look what I have. Where is the rest of my grapevine? Well, hello, Debbie Davis. I get to see you next week. So excited. Listen, I am happy to be here. This is a half of a grapevine. You're thinking, where's the other half? Well, the other half got used on that wreath right there. Y'all want to see it up close and personal? Let me show it to you. Look at that lovely thing. What? Look how cute that turned out. That owl is sitting on a frame and part of a half of a grapevine. So let's do something with the other half of this. I'm going to show you something that you can do for a tablescape, something quick and easy for fall, and you don't have to go to a lot of trouble. This is just going to be something simple and easy to do. Hello in Virginia. Second of a trip home from Florida. Well, we are in hot Louisiana. Hot Louisiana. This is going to be so easy, y'all. I can't even stand it. First, we're going to make a bow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see who all's here. I'm going to go to my overhead camera just so you can see a little better. So, as I said, this is a half grapevine. Hello, Debbie. I know, isn't that owl fabulous? This is some D. Stevens ribbon that I have that has leaves on it. And oh my gosh, can you see how gorgeous that is? It's got that sheer fabric so you can see through it. Oh, the angels are singing. All of heaven opened up. It's wonderful, wonderful. So I've missed the last couple of Tuesdays with Terri. We've had so much going on at the Marshall house. I can't even begin to tell you. But my kids have been living with me, and they have now moved to the Houston area. And so that's been going on. Got them moved out. Now, what I am going to do, because I cut this grapevine in half, I've got some wire, kind of rusty wire, that I'm going to kind of just wrap around this to secure it a little better, because it's coming apart somewhat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terri. And yes, I am here. Back in business. Our AC has been going out off and on for the last few days. Also, our one of the closets in the garage flooded. So there was that. What else is going on? It's been raining. But hey, I'm happy. Welcome to Terri's Tuesday. Tuesday with Terri. Let's make something quick and fun and beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to take half of a grapevine. That way you get 2 for the price of 1. So if you buy 1 grapevine, oh my gosh, you're going to get 2 designs that you can make out of 1 base. So just cut that sucker in half. Let me show you what you can do with it. So if it seems like your grapevine's kind of coming apart, then you can just run some wire around it. So the AC is currently working. There's some switch that David clicked. I don't know. It came on. It's cooling right now. And the pool, it couldn't work yesterday because of the rain. But today, the tile guy is here, or has been here, and he has started tiling, doing the coping and tile. And it's looking gorgeous. All right, let's make a bow. Let's make a bow. I'm going to use this luscious ribbon. So I don't know how much longer on the pool. We've got probably another month, if I'm guessing. And then it might be ready. This weather's really been giving us fits. Okay, so I'm going to twist this in here. This is a 4-inch, and it's not a whole roll, so we're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it. And I'm only going to do a 6-inch loop, so right about there. And yes, I'm hoping we'll be swimming at least by Labor Day. That would be awesome. And we have longer seasons down here as far as the hot summer, so we'll probably get more use of it even after Labor Day. Even though it's starting to be fall. Okay, so I'm just using the 4-in-1. You read the title as half grapefruit. I was starting to wonder if I typed it that way. Who knows? Maybe sometimes I do stuff like that. With that autocorrect, sometimes you get that spelling wrong, you know. This is some gorgeous ribbon. All right, let's see how much I got left. Oh, not too much. So that worked out perfect. So let's get our grapevine centerpiece done. Tablescape. I'm going to show you how to use a half of a grapevine and make something so fabulous. You're going to just be going, oh! All right, where is that other ribbon? Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Now, this is a Hobby Lobby ribbon that I've had in my stash for, I don't know how long time. And Marilyn, that's hilarious, because I sometimes will read things like that. You know, it's not really the way they're worded, and I'll read them wrong. Okay, so we're just pinching, twisting, and I'm showing you how you can mix a very expensive ribbon, which the D. Stevens ribbon was, oh my gosh, let me see how much this roll was. Oh, there's no price on here. It was probably $45 for 10 yards, if I was guessing. This one was $9.99, which was probably already 50% off. Hello, Montreal, Canada. What did you use to cut the grapevine wreath with? Let me show you. I will show you exactly what I used. So I have these big Mama Jamma cutters that I just took and little by little cut through the grapevine. I know, Brenda. I'm so glad you're here. So that's what I used to cut through that grapevine. And we're going to mix these two ribbons. Look how beautiful those are together. Look, look, look. And I'm doing 4 loops on each of these ribbons. Now I'm also going to do a long tail just like I did on this piece. That was all I had left. And we're going to cut that the same length. Yes. Hey, from the Louisiana. We are in Louisiana. Sometimes, though, I think I'm really more Texan than I am from Louisiana. But so look how pretty that ribbon turned out. Okay, I'm going to put it right down here, and I'm going to grab a zip tie. Douglas, Georgia, welcome, welcome. All right, let's do this. Put your ribbon, I got the zip tie in my mouth, that's why I sound funny. Now I'm going to put the zip tie through the grapevine, come up through my ribbon. Let's tie that sucker in there. Aren't these colors really, really pretty? Now, if you had to do a quick tablescape, or let's say, for instance, you wanted to do something on an entry table for a home that you're decorating, or maybe even your own home. Of course, I do a lot of in-home installations for people. This would be a really on-site, quick design you could do for your customer or for yourself. Okay, that's already got that. All right, now we're just going to leave these tails kind of loose right now. And then we're going to gather them in a nice loop. Hey, Charlene. Yes, Karen, make sure you come up and say hello. Anyone that's in this live that's going to be at Wreath Makers Live next week, please come up and say hello. And let's get a picture together. Want to meet all my buddies. Okay, so look, I'm making a loop. See, like that? And then I'm just going to tie this down here, again with a zip tie. So I will be at Wreath Makers Live next week. We get there, I think, on Monday, so we can start decorating the stage on Tuesday. And then I will not be designing, but I'll be emceeing the event. So you'll see a lot of me, just not making anything. Sitting in the parking lot in Detroit. Hey, listen, I've got a lot of my TCS people here. Welcome. If y'all don't know what TCS is, that stands for Terri's Creation Station. And last night we made that owl frame that you saw at the back of the shot that we had earlier. This one right here, right back there, that one. TC is in the house. Okay, look how pretty that is already. Just adding the ribbon, and it's just a half of a grapevine, but we're going to make it even better. Yes, yes. So I have some just scrap. These are all scraps that I had left over kind of from last night. So we're going to utilize what pieces were left and make something for a table. So happy to see all of you. Now look how pretty this is. This is a coppery piece of greenery. And let me get this out of the way. I'm just going to stick it straight into the grapevine with some glue on it. Right here. And then I only have 2 pieces of it, so I'm going to put it kind of like on either side of the bow. This is a fun way to use up some of your scrap materials. So see, I just put that on either side of our bow. Already we are building something fabulous. So there it is. Okay. Now I've got this really pretty animal print flower. This came from Michael's, maybe? Let's put that in there. It's all about the layering. Layer it. Hey, Regina Sellers. Thank you, Debbie. We have some fun in that station, don't we? So now I'm going to put this other flower. You see, and this is the kind of stuff I teach in Terri's Creation Station. We used a zip tie, but I want to camouflage that in such a way that it's not showing. So I'm going to put this flower on top of that, and it's just like magic gonna disappear. Look at that. It's gone. All of a sudden, it's just gone. So that's up on top there, and you can't see it now. Wonderful. Wonderful! Okay, let's use some of this. This is some wheat. It's like fake wheat. And I bought this at a sample sale. It's a rice straw bundle is what it says. And I'm sure I got it for like 50 cents. But these kind of little pieces are really good to use for filler. And I'm going to put a few of these in there. Hello, everybody. Yeah, when you're going shopping and you go and you look at something really strange and then you say, what would Terri do with this? Then you're probably in TCS. You're probably in my group because I teach them how to do things that are really, really out of the box. How to use things that you might pass by normally. Let's put this straw bundle stuff right down here. And see, I only have 4 pieces, so I'm going to distribute them on each end. I want to make sure I've got some of it down here to kind of tie it all together and balance it out. So let's put this in. Remember, we've got a half of a grapevine under here that we're going to use to stick our elements in. Yes? Just globbing it up with some glue. And see how pretty that looks so far? Hello, Shauna. Welcome. So these were a couple of the other things that I pulled. I'm really not sure about using this orange because there's no orange in here. So I'm not going to use that. But there is a little bit of this color, so I might could use that flower. Actually, I'm not going to use that flower either. Okay. But I do have these pumpkins. And this was a pick from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to put a few of these in. And then at the end, we're going to add something even more to give this texture. All right, let's split this pick kind of in half. So I'm going to stop right about here and cut it right there. Hey, Leanne, welcome. Okay, so let's put this pumpkin pick kind of right here on this side. Remember, we're sticking into the grapevine. If you're just joining us, we took a grapevine and cut it in half. And that's what base this is. Now, because I put these pumpkins on this side, I'm going to balance it out and put the pumpkins over here on this side. Now, on this side. And I'm going to show you how to stage this thing in a minute. Because what good does it do if you don't know how to use it? Okay. I want to bend this kind of up a little, like that. Look at that beautiful texture with those vines. Ooh! When I tell you that that is awesome. Now, let me go to the front. I'm going to show you something. Last night, we used some of this vine. I've missed you too, Leanne. Oh my goodness. So good to see you on here. This is a vine and it's kind of wired. We used it on the owl last night. Let me show you what we're going to do with it for this design. I'm going to pull out some pieces. And I told them last night, the worst thing about this is getting it untangled. It's kind of like Christmas lights that get tangled up. But believe me, it is worth the effort when you get it all pulled out. This is one of those things that you most likely would walk by in the store and go, I don't know what to do with that. I'm not going to use it because it looks like it would aggravate me. The owl is on, check on General Wholesale's website. It's one of their products. So I don't know if they're sold out or not yet. But okay, so I'm going to put a pick on this. If you want to be sure, just message Sandy, the general manager, and tell her the owl that Terri used, and she'll know what it is. Okay, I'm going to take this and put it at the end by the bow. Now watch. Watch this magic. What you do with this is you take it. This is so awesome. It's kind of got a little bit of wire in it, so you can manipulate it and use it in different configurations. So I'm just going to kind of tuck that under there. And then I'm going to tie this off with a zip tie under there to the grapevine. I'm going to tie it off to the grapevine. Trust me, I know you can't see it, but that's what I'm doing. Anything that you can do to create dimension and texture is going to add to your design. Hi, Linda. Oh, you mean for the design? It is going to be for sale. It weighs 500 pounds because that frame. But I just made it last night, so I hadn't had a chance to get it photographed or listed. So soon, hopefully, before I go to Wreath Makers Live. Now look, I'm just going to take this vine and kind of move it around to the front. And you just want to kind of let it do its thing. And wrap it and loop it. And loop it in the bow. And oh yeah, this is fun. This is really working out. Bring it underneath things. And let these pieces just stick up like that. Ooh, honey. Now see, that has got some beautiful dimension to it. Look, you see these loops? Can you see the loops? Now, let me show you how I would stage this on a table or a hutch or something like that. So, because we've got a half grapevine and let me show you from the top what I'm talking about. So you see we've got a half grapevine, so we've got a space right here. Let me remove this mat because that might kind of detract. Just pretend we're on a tabletop. And what I would do is slide a table candle. Let me go back front. Actually, let me go back. This look. Okay, look. See how I just slid that in there? See how I slid that in there? Yeah, if you want to go and look for any of my items, you can go to millandilldesigns.com. Actually, even on the Facebook page here, it's got a link to our shop. But the owl wreath is not currently listed. Just so you know, I made it last night. So it's not really ready. Now, what I would do is put another candle holder right here. Kind of nestle it in to our grapevine. And then you can put a smaller one here in the front. So, of course, with candles. Now, but look how beautiful that turned out for a tablescape. Do you see what I did here? How pretty is that? Or, listen, you could put, I don't think I've got a pumpkin. Do I? Let me see. Hang on. Don't go away. Oh, there's one. So you could even, I wouldn't use this color pumpkin because it's not in the design, but you could use a some pumpkins on here. I would use like a white or ivory color pumpkin. You can do that for your tablescape. You could also nestle a pumpkin inside like that. So those are the things that I encourage you to do. Get creative with your, oh, there went my candle holder. Thank goodness it's just wood. Okay. But look, this was an easy design. We did it in less than, I don't know how long. But this turned out super pretty. And it's so easy to do, wasn't it? With some pretty fall candles, yes. And this was basically scrap stuff that I had left over. Right? Cream color would be perfect. Yes. And you wouldn't have to use these candle holders. You could use any type. Even black wrought iron would be pretty because you got the black and the pumpkins, and then this would be pretty. So I hope I've encouraged you on how to make something quick and easy using half a grapevine and scrap elements, things that you might already have on hand. And you could actually make 2 of these. So if you had a really long table, you know, that seats 16 people or something, you could do 2 of these next to each other, and they'd be beautiful. Gorgeous! This is something very basic that you can use in your home this fall. And translate this to any holiday. So let's say you would want to do this for Christmas. Then you could take a grapevine, half a grapevine, put in your Christmas elements, put a Santa up here, an elf, or any kind of Christmas ornament on top of here. Be beautiful. So, thank y'all so much. Hey, Becky. All right, I am going to be careful, Brenda. Save some people. And I don't know if I'll be back next Tuesday. It may be from Dallas because we're going to be at Wreath Makers Live, so I may try to do a live from there and during the time we're setting up. So look for that, but I will try to send a notification out for you at that time. Okay? Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you.